done. Victory. Brutality. Well done.
Good morning, afternoon, and evening, everyone. Nick here, and welcome back to the channel or stream at this point. We are here. It is Friday. It is January 31st. It has been a crazy, hectic day, but you know what? I'm really happy to see all of you here. So before we get into the actual stream, I do want to just say hey to everyone who's in the stream right now. Just want to say hey. How's everyone doing? What's new and everything like that? Just say hey to everyone. So first off, I just want to say, Josh, hey Nick, hey, good to see ya, Josh. Halo the Dark Knight, WBQTA. First off, I just want to say, Josh, hey Nick, Warner Brothers, Josh. Quote the Anarchists. Lego Master, hey, good to see ya. Halo the Dark Knight once again. What's up? And then we have Feather Guardian. Although Nick, I'm sick as hell, but I have a little fight left in me. Feel better. I know people are getting really sick lately, including Rain. Which, if you do want to have my stream playing and Rain's stream at twitch.tv/rainwaves, they are going to be building a Gun Plus, so you better check that out because it's going to be really cool. Secondly, I want to keep going through here, and we've got Mortal Conquest with Nick Nack Sigma Whack. Good one. Secondly, I think that's really good. All right. So I'm going to keep looking over at chat here, and we are going to just kind of go back and forth here, just so I can keep going with everything that's going on. All right. Your background echoes. I'm going to keep looking over at chat here, and we are my apologies about that. Just kind of go back and forth here, just so I can keep going with everything that's going on. All right. I think it's because I have the computer audio here, because I'm actually streaming from my computer for once, and I think that's what it might be. Thank you for pointing that out, and my apologies. I think it's because I have the computer audio here, because I'm actually streaming from my computer for once, and I think that's what. One moment, actually. Thank you for pointing that out. My apologies. Something. I think it's because I have the computer audio here, because I'm actually streaming from my computer for once, and I think that's what. One moment, actually. Thank you for pointing that out. My apologies. Something. I think it's because I have the computer audio here, because I'm actually streaming from. I wonder if it's because it's. One moment, actually. Doing a feedback. So I wonder if that's the thing. He's just emphasizing everything. It's because it's. Yeah. Oh, it's because I have it. I have the stream playing back through my computer. That's why. I'm sorry about that. So let me turn it down quite a bit more, just so it's not. Yeah. Oh, it's because I have it. I have the stream playing back through my computer. That's why. I'm sorry about that. So let me turn it down quite a bit. Nicholas Nakpolius Paddle Wake Up. Oh, it's because I have it. All right. I love that one. That I need to write down all of these streams, all these stream nicknames we get here and there, because they are super interesting, honestly. So anyway, back to the point of this video here, or the main purpose of this live stream here. In case you didn't see, MultiVersus, a game that is also under the WB umbrella of games, had just announced today that it is actually going to be going offline after Season 5. This is a game that I was excited about. I had a lot of hype behind it. I was a little excited. I'm just adjusting that so you can see a little more of moi. But no, I was a little excited for this game. I even play tested it when it came out in 2022, when I was primarily just a Mortal Kombat YouTuber. But no, and I was still growing, and I was still around like 10,000 subs or something like that. So I actually have a little bit of history with this game. I even was invited in a closed beta, a few of the betas they had, so it was fun. I was even like inviting some of my friends. Dude, echo in the background, fix your screen. So it was fun. I was even dude, echo in the back. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm trying to get that fixed there. I need to find out what to do with that. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm trying to get that fixed there. Echo is quite bad, sweetheart. Thank you. I appreciate it a bunch. Yeah, let me take a look and see what it is. Echo is quite bad, sweetheart. Thank you. I appreciate it. Alright, is that better? I just had to go through my audio settings and fix that. Audio's replaying at a delay after everything you say. Yeah. I'm so good at the streaming thing. I'm like really, really good. Found the source of the problem. There we go. I had a live stream window set up, and I also had a I had another thing set up there. So I'm sorry about that. That was my bad. Anyway, we're getting back to it. So I am so sorry that we were so behind on this. But anyway, back to what I was talking about, MultiVersus and my history with it. So yeah, I did play this game quite a ton when it first came out. Yo, Oddity, good to see you in here. Trying to give the new streaming thing is set up here. New layout. I hope you guys like it. I'm gonna try and incorporate more of this down the line. But yeah, I'll go into more stuff about like my history, talking about the game again. Just so I played it a lot and it was exciting. I played it in the beta testing, and yeah, it was. I will say, it came out at the right time. Smash Brothers had just concluded. So they had Sora that came out in the fall of 2021. This game was announced shortly after that. So after they announced that, like, oh, Smash Brothers is done, they're not doing anything else Smash related because Sakurai is retiring from doing the game and doing any work on it. So it was like, oh, cool. So maybe this is the perfect opportunity for competitors to come in. Hence, you had Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, which is janky as hell. It was a fun time, but definitely not worth the asking price they were saying. And then MultiVersus came out next, and not gonna lie, when it was announced, it seemed like a great premise. And then there was all of that insider stuff that was being leaked. And then now that we find out, which I will talk more about, some stuff that never came to light because of like just either rights issues, and now because the game being shut down, the stuff that was in the game files aren't going to come to light. So there is some content that just never made it into the game. But first, let's just go through so anyway, actually, I'll just go through like a little bit of the history lesson here. So yeah, I did manage to play the open beta when it finally came out, which apparently was like one of the largest fighting game launches of all time, which was absolutely insane. So from there, they ended up doing they ended up closing it, and it opened back up in 2024, which when they announced that Agent Smith was coming out, Jason Voorhees, that's where it seemed like, holy crap, this game sounds like it's going to be great. Like, they listened to a lot of the feedback. The small dev team really, like, they upgraded to Unreal 5. We still have rollback netcode. They're listening to player feedback. And then things got worse from there. Next thing you know, people aren't tuning into the game as much. Player retention just dwindled. People aren't playing the game as much anymore. People aren't spending money on it. A lot of the microtransactions and DLC practices were terrible. Long story short, it just became an absolute nightmare in a business end for Warner Brothers games, because that's who's benefiting the most out of it. It's Warner Brothers games. So lo and behold, after all of these seasons that came out, and we have Marceline. I've never watched Adventure Time except like for like a handful of episodes, and then we have Raven, who Rain absolutely loves, who's in the chat. So hi. So anyway, we end up getting this announcement. We had like the Powerpuff Girls, Agent Smith, Jason Voorhees, and a bunch of other people that I really don't know. Anyway, so and then news. This is where it leads us to today. This announcement that came out. But before we get into it, I did see a couple more questions that I do want to talk about. So RC, thank you for coming into thank you for joining us today. When will you do a video on hyper combos in Marvel vs. Capcom 2? Funny enough, I actually want to do MVC 2 Supers Ranked along with Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And if there is enough of a demand, I just want to skip right over Infinite and go right into MVCI and beyond. One, because it just looks a lot better on the eyes, and two, I support Maximilian Dude and all of his efforts there, and what they did there, it was absolutely just, it was awesome seeing like a passion project come to light. So I will do that. Also, Four Musketeers, Knick-Knack Pink Floyd Whack, I like that one. Out of all of the characters who have been released, who shocked you the most coming into the game? Honestly, I'd say Iron Giant, because that is one of my favorite movie characters of all time. Literally, that movie makes me cry still to this day. Yeah, so I'd say that was the biggest one when they announced him for like the first launch trailer. I was like, oh, cool. So yeah, that was awesome. RC also said Warner Brothers shut down a game with so much potential, and now without a Smash Brothers clone to succeed its predecessor, we are left with nothing to do, nothing to enjoy, and nothing but microtransactions. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about like where the game fell apart too. I would love to just trash on the game with all of you guys, honestly. Yeah, Francisco, thank you for joining the chat, and yeah, talk about wasted potential. Honestly, yes, it's so disappointing, like what this game could have been, and then it just didn't. Who's your favorite character in this game? I played Shaggy the most, Iron Giant, and Stripe, but a little bit of LeBron too. And then AFK, stay away from people. I've seen you pop up in a few of my comments, but it's nice to see you in the stream here. What is your favorite Mortal Kombat character? Geez, I don't know. If you don't know, maybe it's this guy here who I have at my desk, and if that doesn't sell it, we've got this. I don't know if that helps at all. Hold on, there's this too. I don't know if this answers your question, and then hold your horses. And then there's this one here too. So if that doesn't answer your question, I don't know what does, but it's clearly Sub-Zero. But yeah, can you do all hyper combos in King of Fighters 15 ranked as well? Funny enough, because Fatal Fury is coming out, I'm actually planning on doing that and Samurai Showdown. Four Musketeers, I think you're actually getting onto something more I read that. But that's a little bit of a hunch. So, without further ado, oh my god, just looking at it, look at all of the stuff they had in the game. You had Taz the Tasmanian Devil, a really cool looking Raven, the Joker, Stripe, Adventure Time, Banana Guard, Iron Giant, my boy, Marceline, I think is her name, God, Rick, yeah, I'm a fraud, I don't like Sub-Zero at all. And then this is where we're at today, because there are some points when I read it on Twitter earlier today, and how they answered some of the stuff honestly kind of pissed me off, and that's where I want to talk to you about it. I didn't know you had the MK1 Sub-Zero pop figure. Yes, I got that just recently. But yeah, I want to go over this with you guys. If you haven't seen it, get ready for just a press release that pisses me off. And as someone who works in communications, has to do a bunch of giant releases, do a bunch of outgoing communication, there is some stuff in here where when you read it, it comes off so hollow in its presentation of what it's trying to get at, what it's doing, and at the same time just it comes off so soulless and greedy, and I'm so pissed off about it. I definitely think the game would have lasted a bit longer if they didn't shut it down for a whole year after the beta. Exactly. That's another big thing too. Well, we can talk more about like tinfoil conspiracies in a moment with that. So let's start this up here, and I guess I'll do my broadcaster voice with this one. Some tea as well. Austin, you're getting onto something because I have something else I want to say about that. Hi everyone, we have an important update to share regarding MultiVersus. After careful consideration, our next season will serve as the final seasonal content update for the game. MultiVersus Season 5 will begin on February 4th. Oh my goodness, I cannot do this anymore. I'm slipping my mouth around. It will begin on February 4th, 2025 and run through May 30th, 2025, adding 2 new playable characters to the roster, DC's Aquaman and Looney Tunes' Lola Bunny. All new Season 5 content, including Aquaman and Lola Bunny, will be earnable through gameplay. Both new characters will be accessible when Season 5 begins on February 4th at 9 a.m. PST. Aquaman via the Battle Pass and the first tier reward, and Lola Bunny is a daily calendar login reward. Alright, so we find out that, alright, cool. Last 2 characters, it's Lola Bunny, the character that everyone definitely had their sexual awakening after they watched Space Jam. And you have Aquaman, my mother's favorite superhero pre-Momoa era. All online features will continue to be available until Season 5 concludes on May 30th. At that point, there will be an option to play MultiVersus offline via the local gameplay mode, either solo against AI opponents or with up to 3 friends. To do this, you will need to install or download the latest version of the game and log in during Season 5, anytime between the dates of the season. Excuse me. After logging in, a local save file will be automatically created connected to your PlayStation Network, Microsoft Store, Steam, or Epic Games Store account, allowing you to enjoy the game offline with earned and purchased content moving forward. As of today, January 31st, real money transactions will no longer be available for MultiVersus, which means you can no longer purchase Gleamium, but you can still use the remaining Gleamium or character tokens to access in-game content until Season 5 ends. Additionally, when Season 5 finishes, the game will no longer be available to download via the stores, just any of the stores. Most importantly, we want to thank every player and person who has ever supported MultiVersus. All of us at Player First Games and Warner Brothers Games teams have poured our heart and soul into this game, and they've also poured plenty of bullshit. We will forever be grateful for this incredible opportunity for the MultiVersus community through this journey. We hope that you enjoy the final season of MultiVersus. For more information, please visit our Season 5 FAQ or follow our social media and community channels. Jeez, not gonna lie, there is a lot there where I was a little upset with it. So, a lot of it does get broken down even more into the FAQs. Yeah, there's a few things that really do peeve me, and unfortunately it does really get elaborated more when you get to go through the FAQs. But first off, the one thing is the whole local save file thing. The fact that you have to actually download the game again and you have to get the latest update in order just to be able to play the game offline is absolutely insane. So yeah, from there, anywhere between February 4th to May 30th, you have the opportunity to get this patch if you want to play the game locally and preserve it. The big thing is that online content will be gone. The fact that their like big story mode that did require online content is going to be gone, unfortunately, and online gameplay, which, if you've been playing fighting games for quite some time, as soon as you remove online, you pretty much have a dead game right there. Like, no one's going to be touching this. So as soon as, like, at this point, offline doesn't mean anything except for gameplay preservation at this point. It is, I will give them credit that it is nice that they are going to be doing an offline mode where you can still play this in some way before it's delisting, where it's not going to be a case like MultiVersus, where that game was just completely gone, or Friday the 13th, another game that has the Jason curse. God, I feel like it's almost like a sin to have Jason in your games now. But yeah, this is like the other thing I wanted to point out that was really bothering me. As of January 31st, which is today, real money transactions will no longer be available for MultiVersus, which means you can no longer purchase Gleamium, but you can still use Gleamium or character tokens to access in-game content until the end of the season. So when this also wraps up, you will no longer be able to download anything via the store. So the problem with this is, I only played Season 1, so I only got the Season Pass for free. So the only extra character I got from the beta roster, and I'm also super pissed. Yeah, you are right. He did survive the Jason curse. It's fortunate enough he wasn't based off like any movie version of the character. But what pisses me off most about this is that people bought the $60 game that was a beta, and now, like me, I was an idiot that did that, because I thought this game was going to be around for a while. After seeing the crazy launch it had, I was like, yeah, let's go, let's do it. Yeah, that didn't age well. But no, now you just see that, like, yeah, you're not going to be able to get any more content, such as today, like if you're playing it, like for an example, like I don't have any character tokens or tickets or whatever, because I played the first season. I Played it when it first came out in March, played through a good portion of June, and I thought the game was kind of boring. It felt like there was a lot less content going into it, and there's a lot less content. The gameplay felt very altered, and it just seemed like it had less content compared to the beta outside of that story mode. It just seemed like a pointless jump at that point. So if you were someone who was like me, played the first battle pass and then just stopped playing, and you didn't get Agent Smith or any of the characters between season 2, 3, 4, and then now 5, this is implying that, yeah, you won't be able to get them at this point. So, and we are going to get more into that, because if you get into the FAQ, you're going to get, this is what drove me so, this is what got me angry, and I was so pissed, like how it was being handled. So what kind of game is MultiVersus? Who doesn't care anymore? It's now a dead game. Who is developing MultiVersus? A game that's a development team that's definitely on thin ice at this point. Who is publishing MultiVersus? Should not be Warner Brothers Games. Honestly, get bought out or something. Oh my god. What platforms is it on? Almost nothing at this point. Does it have progression? Who cares? Does MultiVersus have rollback netcode? Yeah, it was fine. What is Gleamium? Gonna be pointless pretty soon. Do players need to purchase Gleamium to unlock characters? Will it be earned through gameplay, so at least you can do something like that at least. But still, it's gonna be super grindy. That's why it sucked with Agent Smith. No one wants to spend the time to do that. And then you have, are all the items Battle Pass exclusive? Are not exclusive, but there may be opportunities to earn them in the items in the game at a later date. Cool. All right, crossplay FAQ. Let's scroll down to the closing stuff here. Why is season 5 the final season for MultiVersus? The decision was not made lightly. All of us on the Player First Games and Warner Brothers Games teams have put our heart and soul into MultiVersus, creating a unique and social and cooperative experience from the ground up that brings together a variety of popular characters and worlds. We are very proud of the game that we have built and are incredibly thankful for the support of the MultiVersus community throughout this journey. Your passion and enthusiasm have been unmatched. So why is it the final season then? You didn't answer the question. You just said the decision was not made lightly. Oh my god, that is like such a politician answer where you just kind of go like in a circle and you just don't hit the target. Oh my god. Reading that one, I was like, oh my god. Like, I know you can't really give the most upfront answer like, oh yeah, lack of funds, or like, oh, we didn't have enough. You could just say something like, yeah, the game didn't pan out the way that we wanted to, and we're going to take a different approach moving forward, or like say that, hey, we're going to be working on a new project or something like that. There was no... You're right, Austin. It's such a corporate answer. They didn't answer shit. And I'm sorry I'm swearing. I try not to swear that much on videos, but I feel like I accidentally get away with it on live streams. But they didn't answer anything. It's so stupid. That was very no comment of them. Oh my god. God. So when will it end? We already found that out. They said it like 16 damn times in their final announcement. What content will be available? We already know. And yeah, it'll be earnable through the gameplay. What new content fixes will be added? What will new content updates or fixes be added to MultiVersus after season 5? No, they already said that several times. This is literally just broken up in like bullet points. As of today, January 31st, real money transactions are no longer available for MultiVersus. Unused Gleamium and character tokens can still be used to access and purchase content in-game until the end of the season. Can players still use Battle Pass tokens? Battle Pass tokens will not be needed, as players will be able to earn all 70 tiers of the Battle Pass rewards during Season 5, including a new Aquaman playable character as their first tier reward. So I wonder if they're just going to give everyone the Battle Pass for free at this point. This is so... Oh my god, this is just so dumb. Yeah, we already went through all of this. Oh my god. Oh geez, I just ate dinner before this and I'm burping so much. I'm trying not to get it into the microphone because that would be a little yucky. Yeah, so what modes are going to be available so we can actually see what it's specifically going to be instead of just playing local against AI or other people. All right, after Season 5, players will have the option to enjoy MultiVersus offline via the local gameplay mode, either solo or against AI opponents with up to 3 players, as well as training mode, The Lab, with all unlocked and playable. With all characters unlocked and playable. Cool. So if you don't unlock the characters or get them before the thing is done, yeah, you're not gonna be able to play as them. Yeah, so if you're someone like me who didn't get Agent Smith or the Powerpuff Girls, yeah, oh well, they're like lost content at this point. Don't worry, I hydrated there, Ben. Thank you. Yeah, so they're shutting down the entire store. How long will Multiverse be able... Oh my god. How long will it be able to play offline after Season 5? Okay, this is actually a good thing. I know they did this with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Another just live service tank. And I will say, credit to where credit's due. You can hate Suicide Squad, Justice League all you want. I bought the $100 edition for $5, and it was the worst $5 I spent. I wish I could have taken it towards like a hot and ready pizza or something. But at least they have an offline option, so it's still preserved in some way. So that's a good thing at least. I am at least happy they are doing something like that. Yeah. So I don't even know why like you would want to do stuff like this. Yeah. Can you reinstall MultiVersus after season 5 ends? Yeah, you have to just get the update. And then this is another thing that pissed a lot of people off. Will refunds be available for any MultiVersus purchases? And knowing that it's a WB Games, no. Yep. This announcement does not change any current refund policies or terms offered by the storefronts from which content was previously purchased. For more information, please visit the customer support pages for these providers. And then, how will this update, or this is the big one where I felt so bad, honestly. This is where I was like, I honestly feel bad. How will this impact player first games? We do not have any announcements or updates on player first games to share at this time. I'm going to take a second to sit down because I am done standing and reading. So, there we are. And that's also where I feel a little concerned at this point, because if this was just like an independent team, because I know that's what they were. They were literally just contracted by Warner Brothers. That was a really bad voice crack. But they were literally just contracted by Warner Brothers Games just to develop MultiVersus. So yeah, that would have been very like, oh, this is cool. Like, all right, well, this game shut down or whatever, but they're still around. But earlier this year, around that, a little after the relaunch of the game, Player First Games was bought out by Warner Brothers Games. So now I'm a little concerned because at this point this means it could be another studio closure, and I know people bust on MultiVersus a bunch. They are ripping on them quite a ton. People are literally blasting all of their social media pages, harassing them. People who are passionate fans, and I know people are pissed off because some people had spent hundreds of dollars on all of this stuff, thinking that this game was going to be like the next big thing. And I understand your frustration. I know that that's rough. I know that that sucks. But at the same time, I'm not justifying like that they did nothing wrong. Player First Games, they were just not well equipped to do something like this. The game blew up much bigger than it blew up much bigger than they had intended to. Like when it came out, it was like the I think it was like a fighting game that had the most amount of players or something like that. Thank you, Sonic Nicholas. Welcome to the team. And hello from Massachusetts. Hello from Michigan. But yeah, I think that is one of the first things that went wrong with the development of this team is that Tony Hoon, I believe that's how you say his last name. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. He said that the team is very small. They were very passionate about this project, and just the fact that they had an overwhelming number of players and the bandwidth of all those players playing, the crossplay, probably messed with the servers a bit. And the fact it was in a beta state, they were able to get a lot of feedback from the large volume of players, but within that time frame. In that time frame, they had that issue of just losing 99% of their player base, and just the fact that, just like there wasn't a lot of content going on. There wasn't a lot going on, really. Like character drops were like every other month or something, and honestly, in some fighting games or live service games per se, that's too long of a wait. So at that point, it was like in February of 2023, they officially announced they were shutting it down temporarily, and then they brought the game back, which I was like, okay, cool. Maybe they staffed up the team a bit. Maybe Warner Brothers Games saw this as an opportunity to grow the team quite more. Maybe they saw this as a way to know that we need to invest a lot more time into MultiVersus if we want this to be one of our big things, especially with David Zaslav saying that, we need to focus more on live service games. So, I wonder what's going on there. But then you find out that with all of the stuff going on in the community, it just seems like that Player First Games didn't really care that much at that point anymore. It was kind of a bummer. And then you have the problem with Warner Brothers Games where everything has to be a live service game now. And like even after the failure of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League and the mixed reception to the seasonal content of Mortal Kombat 1, it just seemed like that should have been the wake-up call from Warner Brothers Games, where it's that, maybe we should dial back on some of these practices and do a different approach. Like even multiplayer-focused teams, like for the longest time, anything that EA was publishing, they decided to switch to do something like Jedi Fallen Order. And guess what? That game did really well. That was just what they needed. And it proved that, people like single-player games. And I know that Hogwarts Legacy, when that came out, people were excited about that too. It was a successful single-player game. And when I saw the success of that, and finding out what was going on with MultiVersus, and then I know I don't want to ignore it, but I saw Ben Walker put in there. And then after, you just seeing that, like, Sony is slowing down on it. They announced like 12 live service games, and they already canceled like 6 of them. And then you had Concord that shut down. So it's like, if you find out that people don't want this, why are you doing it? So, and then instead, after you find out that, Hogwarts Legacy did well, Mortal Kombat sold well, apparently, like more than 5 million units, which is pretty good. I think it's like the highest of the big 3 at the moment. But then you find out that the CEO is all like, no, we're going to push more into doing, we're going to do more live service games from now on. We're going to keep doing that. We're going to keep pushing and put an emphasis on that. And at that point, it's like, why? Nobody wants this. Nobody wants this. That's the reason why people are so upset with Mortal Kombat 1 at this point. Along with like just the live servicey elements, it's the seasonal model that they're going with does not work. And that's why I can see a lot of people are upset with Mortal Kombat 1. And I did see Four Musketeers put it in there. This is what MK1 haters think is going to happen to MK1. Yeah, I do think that. But the thing is, though, at least when you're buying Mortal Kombat 1, you at least have a whole game. Like, it's not like you're buying a free-to-play game that requires all of the live service business aspects to it, such as you needing to have an online ecosystem, you needing to have people who are buying your content constantly. All of this stuff. Like, apparently Mortal Kombat 1 is doing fine enough to where Ed Boon had stated that they are going to be doing more content, more future DLC outside of Season 2 or Combat Pack 2. So I don't know what that's going to be, if it's new characters or just new costumes. But we have no idea. We have no idea what's going on. And at the same time, this is a big loss for MultiVersus at this point. It is honestly just not, like, finding out that there was this big opportunity for it. Like, you have, and this is where I want to get into, like, the stuff that we didn't get, the stuff that's lost now. What really upsets me is that this game could have had such a big potential, and that is something everyone's talking about. And unfortunately, every game has potential. That's all it is. It's just how you execute it. And unfortunately, this game did not do a good job executing it. Like, looking into the game files, Gandalf was supposed to be in the game. We were supposed to have more Lord of the Rings characters. We were supposed to have Jon Snow, apparently, and, like, the Ice King or something like that from Game of Thrones. I haven't watched it. But anyway, what I'm getting at is they had a giant roadmap put together for this. We had all of these characters rumored to be in there. King Kong and Godzilla were supposed to be in there. There was just so much that they had. And after finding out that they had all of this, you have Warner Brothers, you have such a diverse array of these properties and IPs that you own. If there is one thing that I am a little surprised they didn't do, is honestly do something with the Mortal Kombat team. And I don't know if that has to do with Ed Boon, honestly, but I honestly think if they did some, like, marketing collaboration where it was, you get MK1, you get free cosmetics for Scorpion Sub-Zero, vice versa, stuff like that. It is honestly weird that you have a platform fighter that's owned by Warner Brothers Games that did not have any Mortal Kombat characters in there. Even finding, like, game files of you hearing, like, Jake the dog say, like, get over here and stuff like that. It's like, how did they fumble the ball so bad there on this? Like, it honestly does surprise me. And yeah, I don't know. This is just finding out about this. I knew it was going to happen, that this game was eventually going to slow down, because sales numbers, apparently the game was already doing pretty rough after the first month and a half. Like, after the first season, people were already, like, dropping the game pretty quickly. But I think this is just a sign, like, finding out that, like, Concord, like, that game was only available for, like, under 2 weeks or whatnot, shut down. And then you find out that the God of War live service game was shut down. A Twisted Metal live service game is also shut down. Pretty much a lot of Sony's live service games were shutting down. If you're seeing headlines about that, and, like, even seeing it from your own perspective, looking at your own trajectories and looking at your own analytics, that should be a sign that you really need to stop with the live service thing. So I really hope that this is a wake-up call for Warner Brothers Games, that this shit needs to stop. You really need to stop at the live service stuff. If anything, all you're doing at this point is just giving yourself, like, a death curse. Because all this is going to do is put yourself more in debt, and Warner Brothers is already doing horribly when it comes to the money department. So the fact that you have that going on, and then you find out all of these games are incorporating live service elements when they shouldn't be, like Mortal Kombat 1. I like the game. I like Mortal Kombat 1. Am I a shill for liking it? No. I have a lot of problems with it too. I think a lot of the business execution, and I do think that a lot of it comes down to all of these developers, all of these publishers want live service, but they don't know how to incorporate it correctly. Honestly, I don't think anyone knows how to do it correctly. You have, like, Fortnite is, like, the one that really innovated the Battle Pass thing. I saw Feather Guardian put that in there about talking about Fortnite, why everything needs a Battle Pass now. I think Fortnite introducing the Battle Passes was such a double-edged sword of, yeah, this is a cool thing. Yeah, like, all right, yeah, you can just buy this one thing, and if you play the game, you can keep doing it. And then now all of these studios are doing it where it's like, it doesn't make sense to do it. Like, when Rocket League did it, that didn't make sense. It was so bad. Like, it's so stupid. Yeah, and it feels like the only live service games, when I say live service games that are like still doing okay, is Marvel Rivals, because it's doing a lot of the same stuff that Halo Infinite did, where you can just buy one battle pass, don't have to worry about it going away forever. Fortnite, it's still around, and then you also have, I would honestly say the only other ones like Helldivers. Those are like the only live service games that are like actually doing well. And I don't know how long they're going to have, because a lot of it is, excuse me, a lot of that's trend chasing. So I don't know how long that's going to last. And I don't know what's going to go on or how the future of the industry is going to look at this point. I'm going to look at chat again because I see a lot of people putting some interesting stuff in here. Uncommon Oddity. Yeah, I honestly was looking at that the other day. I am surprised that like when they announced that at the Game Awards in 2020, that Wonder Woman game, I really have no idea what's going on with that anymore. I kind of want to dig through here and like do some other stuff so it's not just exclusively like MultiVersus that we're talking about today. But no, I really don't know what's going on with that Wonder Woman game anymore. It's also sad to see DC games being an absolute dumpster fire while Marvel is just chilling with Spider-Man and Rivals. Yeah, like I will say it wasn't just easy coasting. We did have Square Enix's multi-million-dollar loss, which was the Square Enix Avengers game. And it does sound like they're actually doing another Avengers game that's not related with it at all. And then, of course, you have Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League just go, hold my live service shenanigans here. I'm going to waste more. So they ended up losing like $300 million. Then Concord just trips out of the starting block and just goes, hold on, guys. And then it became like almost like with including marketing in there, I think it lost like $500 million or something. Like, this is so insane that that's happening. Yeah, Avengers was delisted in 2023. A friend of mine actually gave me that game as a Christmas gift. I am still holding on to the disc just because it's so... I don't know why I'm really holding on to it, just because I love physical media. But, like, yeah, I'm just going to hold on to, like, games that do shut down because I at least want to, like, have the disc still. As long as there's, like, a some component that's still playable, at least. I'd still like to do that. I'm going to scroll back up here again because this is a fun idea that someone saw. Glad I plan to get Sonic X Shadow Generations and Thousand Year Door on Switch rather than MK1 on Switch. Yeah, MK1 on Switch, when that first came out, I was literally looking at it. I'm like, oh my god, this game looks so much like it looks like Mortal Kombat Unchained, like worse than Mortal Kombat Unchained on PSP. Like, that's so sad. And I know that wasn't actually developed by Warner Brothers. It was handed off by, like, Saber Interactive, I believe. But still, if you have, like, a game, like, that's like another weird business decision I'm noticing from time to time that DC does, or not DC, Warner Brothers Games does. It's like, why are you putting games on, like, hardware that can't run it? Like, Mortal Kombat 1 looked so hyper realistic. Like, I think it's one of, like, it's visually stunning. But then you find out that, like, why are they putting this on the Switch where, like, everyone has a creepy look to it? So I was actually, reminds me of an idea, because I saw Lego Master put that they wanted to play MK on Switch, and then Ben Walker's immediately like, no! But yeah, if anything, I actually was planning on doing a portable, or at least a portable history, or the history of Mortal Kombat games on Nintendo video, just to show, like, how much stuff was altered or what content's different, like, ever since it was on the SNES, just to show, like, whoa, like, yeah, this game looks absolutely weird on here, that, like, you punch someone and, like, sweat glands fly out of them and whatnot, and then you play something like Deadly Alliance and Deception on the GameCube, and you find out that not only does it, like, run super well, you actually get more content out of Deception on the GameCube. And then I also just wanted to check out stuff like just MK1 on Switch and just see how goofy that looks, because that'd be really funny. Especially, like, comparing it from console to this, it would be absolutely goofy. So that was something I'm actually planning on doing as, like, different content throughout the year. Yeah, Saber and Shiver were responsible. Yeah, I thought it was Saber Interactive, which, damn, they're actually doing a lot lately of work. So I wonder if that was just like a result of like not enough time and energy put into it and not understanding the, like tech or specs or anything like that. Because I know they've been working on a lot of stuff. Also, hey, Ultimate Sonic fan, good to see you. Fixes came along, but damn. Yeah, the game does look a little bit better than when it first launched, but like, still, you're polishing a turd. It doesn't matter. The fact that Nintendo fans went 12 years without a Mortal Kombat game on a home console. Yeah, it took until Mortal Kombat on 11 on Switch. Yeah, it took that long. And the game has the same level of graphics and detail as like Mortal Kombat Mobile. I am saying that with my chest. I am not afraid to say that. I think that it looks surprisingly dialed down, but I am surprised it still has a good frame rate. You know what I realize we need? You know what I realize we need this entire time. Give me one moment here. I realized I haven't been playing any music. I'm gonna play something calming. Anyone have any music requests? Please, not anything that will get me DMCA striked. Because yeah, that's gonna completely shut this entire stream down. I got an idea right here. Here we go. Can you guys hear that okay? Hey, what's up, JJ? Good to see you. Yeah. Bejeweled 2 OST? No, this is surprisingly Mortal Kombat 1. This is the shop music from Invasions. I just wanted to turn on some nice music while we were just having a nice conversation with each other. Sounds great. Thank you. Sonic Unleashed has copyright-free songs. I forgot the entire Sega soundtrack. God, that is such a weird, that is something else that, a weird thing I've wanted to play on stream sometimes, just like as like comfy streams. Cause there are like a few things that I just don't play on, stream that much, or cause this is a Mortal Kombat channel primarily. I don't really play other games on the channel because it's going to be bad for me in terms of views, attention, but from time to time I guess I'll just try and switch to other stuff. Like, for an example, Sonic X Shadow Generations. Have any of you played that? The stuff's really good. I really liked it a bunch. And speaking of random things, other stuff going on, I am actually going to look at something else I saw that I wanted to pull up real quick that was very interesting in terms of seasonal content and content you can get from games. Oh, Bejeweled 2 OST music. Oh, I'm sorry, I read that completely wrong. I thought you were guessing that's what this was. Yeah, I'll take random requests from the chat, honestly. So if you guys have anything you want to play or anything, I'll play something in the back. So I guess this is just gonna turn into like talking about the game industry tonight. Some other issues and stuff where I'm like, what is going on with the gaming industry and everything. So let me go to my bookmarked stuff on Twitter, which if you are not following me, you definitely should, but then again, you don't have to. I'm not your dad. I forgot this is something. I forgot this was on here. Hi, Tony. Woo! Man, that's so good. That is so good. I'm gonna follow Friday the 13th and maybe not Dexerto, honestly. Damn, I am so sorry for your crusade, Walter White for MultiVersus. That's another thing. I'm gonna miss this. Not seeing these random things like Captain America for MultiVersus. I know that guy was on a crusade to have some Marvel representation in a Warner Brothers or DC game. Yeah, this is something I bookmarked because there's a few things that were bookmarked that I wanted to talk about. As a former member of the MultiVersus Ambassador program and big content creator in the space, this was inevitable. They did not care about the community at all. Overpriced cosmetics and battle pass, you have to grind to unlock characters. Added characters no one cared about. Yeah. So yeah, you think about it and it's like, it's the same approach with like the Kombat Pack 2 debacle, where everyone's like, why is there Conan the Barbarian? Why is there the T-1000? Why is there Ghostface in here? Like, they don't fit the same theme as like Homelander, Omni-Man, and Peacemaker. And then imagine that level, but like the same energy as like that's literally like every single pass of characters. Like every season was just 2 characters. Like that's honestly insane. Did I ever track down Floyd? I only did a couple things. I actually wanted to make that a stream where we could do it together. Because I only found like 2 of the things so far. Oh yeah, and as a result, this means that Warner Brothers is actually going to double down and start incorporating their characters into stuff like Fortnite now. So, yeah. Isn't that something? Did I ever track down Floyd? Yeah, I'm gonna turn that into a stream. I only did 2 of them, and then I saw the list, and I was like, damn, this is way too much time and effort, and it's 11:30, and I have work in the morning, so I just decided to stop there. Have I ever played the Arkham series? Yes, I have. It's been forever ago. I played Arkham Asylum when that came out in 2009. Arkham City, and I will stand by that. That is one of my favorite video games of all time. One of my favorite open world games. Right next to Sunset Overdrive. And if you want to count it, Dead Rising. And then Arkham Knight, I liked. I just didn't like the Batmobile segments that much. I thought that was a little disappointing that it was like 50-50 of like, oh, half of it's like the Batman gameplay and then the other half is vehicle based stuff. And I was just so like, I want to be Batman. I don't want to be a car. Yeah, I hear the Spider-Man PC version is flopping. Wait, what? Oh, wait. Oh yeah, they went on PC just recently. Wait, what is going on with PC thing, honestly, at this point? We'll get to that in just a minute. God, it's just such a shame I'll never be able to play another game with Iron Giant again. Back when Rocksteady wasn't executive meddled by the WB. Honestly, I was afraid that Rocksteady was going to be shut down after Suicide Squad tanked. I was so afraid. Why the hell are you on Twitter? Because I only get my gaming news from here and I keep up with my mutuals. I am more on Blue Sky and I want to transition more to Blue Sky. The only reason I go on Twitter is because I know a bunch of my following is on there. I don't really like the platform anymore. I don't really like what it's turning into. I swear to God, every time I scroll through, I find something so racist, transphobic, and homophobic. It's sickening, honestly. I like hate it. It's so disgusting. Yeah, I hate it. Like, I hate what Twitter's turned into. Like it's ever since the buyout, it's not been the same. I would track down Floyd, but from what I've seen, yeah, I've seen his gameplay, and he seems like he'd be a fun challenge to go up against. But yeah, I'll have to take him on eventually. Yeah, we'll get to him eventually. I will turn that into like a fun little stream with you guys, where it'll be like a fun, like, hey, we're gonna go up against him, and we're gonna fight him, and we're gonna beat his ass with my 2 hands, my 2 feet, and my cameos 2 hands and 2 feet. It's also crazy how it's been 20 years since Shaolin Monks. I hope we get another MK spin-off game soon. Dude, I have a fun video idea. I'm gonna turn this into a full discussion. Maybe I'll just do it on stream and we can just turn it into like an actual, I can just clip it and turn it into a video. if there's one thing that Warner Brothers Games needs as a win right now, and something that Mortal Kombat really needs right now, I do think that because we're so burnt out with like a lot of like new Mortal Kombat going on, like ever since MK11 came out in 2019, 2020 we got that expansion pass, and we had what was it? Scorpion's Revenge, which is really a fun watch. I think it's good, but I think it's a little overrated. I don't think it's that amazing. And then we had the Mortal Kombat movie that came out in 2021 with Uncommon Oddity's favorite character, Cole Young. And then we had Battle for the Realms, which came out in 2022. And then we had Cage Match that came out in 2023. And Snowblind, which is also 2023. And then it was rumored that there was going to be like a Fall of Edenia movie. I don't know if that's happening anymore. We had so much more. I realized we had so much like over like Mortal Kombat, so much of it where it was like overwhelming. And I am a big fan of Mortal Kombat. I'm a sucker for Mortal Kombat media. But it was like, dude, calm down. We are getting way too much like new stuff. And in that time, if there was one thing that I wish they did, and if they took notes from Capcom, I wish they did this, and that would be to do a Capcom fighting collection, or a Mortal Kombat fighting game collection. They can't do a remaster or a sequel of the Shaolin Monks game legally. I wonder why that... Oh, is it because it was... I forgot what the studio was called. It was like Midway San Francisco or something. Midway LA, something like that. But for what I was thinking is, because they've done it before, they did the Mortal Kombat Arcade Collection. And if there's one thing that they need to do with that is not only do a remaster of that, because you can't get that anymore because the Xbox store shut down, and it's generation locked to just the PC. I believe it's still on PC, but you have PS3 and Xbox 360, and it's not available anywhere else. But if there is something that they need to do, is take a note from Capcom, do a fighting game collection, and do Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, UMK3, Trilogy, and Mortal Kombat 4. I think that they haven't had a great port to modern consoles. Yeah, like you can I bought that, like the HD collection, which is surprisingly not good. And it's just 1, 2, and UMK3. But honestly, that is something they need to do. Like, there needs to be like a Mortal Kombat arcade collection, like a good one. Do MK1, 2, 3, all the revisions of 3. Do that. And what also you need to do with it is do MK4 in there and Trilogy, because you can still play MK4 with like GOG, I believe. But also at the same time, you need to do something for Mortal Kombat 4. I know Murdoink has been doing free MK4 for like a year and a half now, and I want to see people look at Quan Chi's creepy face once again. Hang on just a second. We need more of this everywhere. We need this. Daily picks from the MK4 cabinet. We need more of this. Just imagine this is how like NRS announces that they're bringing this stuff back. That they have, hey, we're going to do a Mortal Kombat collection. And we're going to have the arcade era. Just do arcade era Mortal Kombat. And then from there, you do the next generation of games. And then you do, if that sells well, because at that point, people are going to want to get it, which is the reason why people were getting the Capcom Arcade Collection, because it had the Darkstalkers games in it. And Darkstalkers has been kind of not relevant lately outside of Marvel vs. Capcom. So it's like, cool, you're giving people an incentive because you have Trilogy that has online, and you get Mortal Kombat 4/Gold. You can finally play these games again on a modern platform. Hopefully they don't play like crap. And then at that point, the game gets, let's just paint like a perfect picture. Let's say that we are sitting in the same room with David Zaslav and the president of WB Games. I know they have a new president. I don't know their name. And we have Ed Boon in there because Ed Boon wants these as well too. And I know a lot of it's just a studio thing. Just sit down in the room with him. We pitch this. Hey, we're going to do this. We're going to have rollback netcode. We're going to have this. It's like 8 titles, 1, 2, 3, UMK3 trilogy. And then you have MK4 and then MK Gold. You have 7 games of the arcade era. Just call it Mortal Kombat Arcade Era Collection. Something like that. From there, you end up getting yourselves so many people who are excited. Sell the game for like $60. Or like 50 at this point. It's a resell. People, if you know hardcore Mortal Kombat fans, like people who like even just love the old Mortal Kombat games, and people who aren't too fond of the new stuff because they don't like all of the changes that MK1 have done, or are just kind of want the classic feel of gameplay again. You don't know how many people would get so into something like that. That would be something that people would just love to eat up like nuggets and tater tots. People would want that so badly. And then if that sells well, you do yourself the Mortal Kombat 3D era collection. And you do Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, Deception, Armageddon, and then Shaolin Monks. If they're somehow able to just port it and it's not going to be a remaster or a remake, because it would, like, if that's like going to be something they can get out of like a legal thing like that, like a legal loophole, then do something like that. But if anything, Mortal Kombat, Deadly Alliance, Deception, Armageddon, do that. You do that for another collection disc, and then I know the only hiccup is you wouldn't be able to do Mortal Kombat 9 in like a modern platform. Like even just getting a copy of it is such a loophole for Xbox Series X because it's backwards compatible, and it's delisted because the Craven estate just bought the rights back to Freddy Krueger in the United States, and it's a Mortal Kombat's published out of the United States. So as a result, because it was part of like the collection, he was part of the collection, it got the game delisted. So the only way you can play the game is you have to find a physical copy, and if you can't find a physical copy, those games are kind of hard to come across. I was fortunate enough to have a copy still when I was moving stuff around, so I was so lucky to have that. But if my disc breaks, and for whatever reason, that Mortal Kombat disc is so fragile for Gile that I am afraid that like if I move it around just slightly, that thing is going to crack. That thing is going to bust up. And I'm going to have to go to like a disc replay and spend like $50 on Mortal Kombat. Like I literally saw it there and I was like, oh my god, they literally know like how valuable this thing is. But no, that's my pitch. You do 2 different arcade eras, the arcade era or the arcade collection, Mortal Kombat arcade era, and you have the Mortal Kombat 3D era collection. Yeah. You do that without making a new Mortal Kombat title. You do that by not having to work on like new title after new title after new title. Honestly, it's just, I think it's what Mortal Kombat and NRS need right now. I feel like they're exhausting Mortal Kombat so much at this point. There's way too much going on right now when it comes to like that over Mortal Kombat saturation of the, as I had mentioned, all of the movies, all of the media, everything like that. I think it has been too much for the past few years. And when I had my phone call with Callum of History Behind the Warrior, that was something we talked about for a bit. It's like, dude, we are oversaturated with Mortal Kombat. It's like too much. I think we need a little bit of a break from there, which does make sense that they already said that they're working on their next title, and I guarantee that it's going to be Injustice 3. It feels like it's going to be Injustice 3. I know it's not going to be the same because we're not going to have Kevin Conroy as Batman, who is JJ's JJ since 97's favorite Batman of all time. And it's the best Batman, definitively, the best Batman. It's not going to be the same in Injustice 3. It's not gonna hit the same. It's gonna be sad not hearing Kevin Conroy, but they will have Sonic the Hedgehog himself, Roger Craig Smith, probably do the voice. And hearing him as Batman, he surprised me. He's really good. Anyway, how's everyone doing right now? I've been talking way too long for a while. My mouth is starting to get really dry. Everyone doing good? Definitive voice actor. Kevin Conroy was Batman. We can have Roger Craig Smith voice Batman. Yeah, because if they ended up saying that, like, hey, we're gonna AI Kevin Conroy, I'm gonna get pissed. Oh, Four Musketeers. Do I like horror games? Yes, I love them. I love horror titles, honestly. It's so good. I love them a lot. I started playing the Dead Space remake. I got it as a Christmas gift and I just hadn't played it much. I'm still trying to get through it because Rain and I are having a competition of who can finish more, who can finish more games throughout the year. And that's one that I'm working on, is that. Francisco, I'm happy to see you're doing good. Yeah, hopefully, and Austin, yep, I hope they're just gonna do a new story for Injustice, since Injustice 2's story kind of sucked. Poseidon, hey, it's good to see you too. Yeah, Injustice's story, I do want to revisit them from time to time, just do like a quick video like talking about the story. Oh jeez, that's the tea. But yeah, I've been wanting to revisit them, mainly do like a Mortal Kombat retrospective of like all of the titles. Because I do want to do finishers ranked again, and then just kind of do videos about each of the games. And I do want to just revisit like that other fighting game that's not Mortal Kombat and just do those two. Yeah, because I do like them. There is an appeal. Funny enough, Injustice is actually what got my friends into Mortal Kombat, because when MK9 came out, they're like, this game's so lame, it's so dumb. And then Injustice came out, and one of my friends, I will never forget it, love him. I'm still friends with him to this day. I still talk to him from time to time, and he was just like, yeah, wait, what's the superhero game that's Injustice, like this fighting game that's Injustice? Because they thought it was stupid that it was like, oh, it's by the Mortal Kombat team, it's gonna be like Batman ripping heads off and like Superman ripping hearts out or whatever. I'm like, no, it's just they're superheroes and it's accurate. They played it, and then my friends got hooked on it, and it was super funny. And then MKX came out, and they're like, wait, is this by the same guys who did Injustice? I'm gonna check it out. I'm like, where did that go? Where did that like energy go? That was so funny. Just thinking about that. Just going back and thinking about that. God, I love that. Also, next song. What song are we playing? This has been playing for quite some time. I do like Injustice's story as its own alternate universe, but 2 was just not very fun. Yeah, there were a lot of choices in 2 that were just interesting. Like, why did Joker have to be in the game? That didn't matter. Why did Superman crush the Helm of Fate when it would have killed him? And why does Batman always have plot armor? That was like a lot of the stuff. Like, a lot of stuff could have been done really well, but it just kind of fell apart. Like, also another one, how did Deadshot shoot Batman? Not Batman, the Flash. Like, that was another one. Like, he was able to like get him perfectly in the leg, and it's like, how did you do that, dude? Maybe he was training for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, because someone said it earlier, I will admit Injustice is the reason why I got into Mortal Kombat. Dude, you're not alone in that. There are a lot of people I know that did that and don't think that's a bad thing. You play Resident Evil? I've been on a mission to 100% every game, and I've gotten through 0, 1, 2, and 3. If you talk to my friend Shifty Plays, he is the biggest Resident Evil fan I know. He absolutely loves anything Resident Evil related. We played we ended up playing what's it called? The first one together, the remake. After I was like out somewhere, and we like speed ran like half the game. Yeah, no, I thought the game was awesome. Your wish has been granted. To you, Feather Guardian. We do not talk about Kill the Justice League. Yeah, let's not. How about that horrible way that they decided to rewrite it, where it's like, oh yeah, by the way, Batman actually, it was Batman's plan to fake their death or whatever, and it was like so stupid. Yeah, when I saw that, I literally wanted to like, I need to get off this website. I really need to get off this website. I really need to get off Twitter. I literally just saw something that was just like sickening. Anyway, I don't know why I'm looking at Sonya Blade costumes. Just ignore that. But yeah, Resident Evil 4, the remake, was legendary. That was probably my favorite game of 2023. No joke. Yeah. Yeah, that was honestly something. I do want to just do more stuff when it comes to live streaming, play like more games with you guys or whatever. I am actually probably going to, oh, would you ever think that after Marvel's Avengers games, they would have canceled the game? I actually learned something because of, I was already hearing this, and if you want to listen to an amazing breakdown, listen to, I'm just going to pull it up here. This here, Matt McMuscles, what happened to Suicide Squad? He did, you got some guts showing that search on the screen. I'm a risky man. I don't care. No, I'm not turning Rain into Sonya Blade. Do you guys forget what videos I make? Yeah, but here's actually the thing that you learn from this, JJ, is that when the game was already announced, they already spent so much money into it. It was just like, it's already too late. Like, you can't course correct because that would cost way too much more money. So when they already announced in like early 2023, when the Avengers game was shutting down, the game was already planned to come out in that same year until it got pushed to like early 2024, and it's already super hard to course correct right there. So you would think that they would want to shut that down immediately and be like, yep, never mind, we're not doing this, let's just forget about it. But no, that just apparently like they wouldn't have enough time to like swap it. I heard that in data mines, Killer Croc and Katana were meant to be in the game. I also heard that Black Manta was supposed to be in it, and that would have been awesome because Black Manta is like one of my favorite DC villains, right next to Bane. So I think that would have been cool. But it's kind of, but we know it's disappointing. Cosplay wise, oh, my brain went into the gutter right there. But no, I don't. Maybe if we go to like a convention, if I dress up as Johnny Cage and Rain will do Sonya Blade, I don't know. We have talked about doing a fun little couple cosplay, and I'll just put it up on screen here, but I'm gonna hide it real quick because I want you to have the reveal on this. Pyro from TF2 should be in Mortal Kombat. Fight me. Honestly, TF2 characters get blown up all the time and killed all the time. So yeah, in terms of like fit, they work. But here's who Rain wants to see the most us do for a couple cosplay. Johnny Cage and Kenshi. Would you ever consider doing Resident Evil bosses ranked? I would need to consult my friend on that, so we would have to do that together, because I've only played 2, 3, 4 and the remakes of. I've played Resident Evil 2 and 1. 1 remake, 2 remake, 3 remake, 4 remake, some of 5, all of 7 and 8. I haven't played all of the Resident Evil games. But no, I want to though. I might need to turn safe search on at this point, just knowing how edgy this stuff can get. But yeah, Gotham Knights wasn't terrible. Could have been better, but it just way better than Kill the Justice League. Yeah, I remember at that like DC fandom event, they like announced that Gotham Knights game and then Suicide Squad, and I was like, I feel like they could have just focused on one game instead of splitting it into like 2, especially if you have 2 team focused games. It just seemed too much. OMG, you need to do that Johnny Cage dance when you do it. I can't play the music because that'll get this entire stream shut down, but it's International Love. I mean, I don't like that song, honestly, because I just don't like Chris Brown. But, yeah. Every Silent Hill monster ranked. I have not played Silent Hill. I know, that's disappointing. I have played Dead by Daylight, so that's like the closest, like when it comes to like degrees of separation when it comes to playing anything Silent Hill related. I have played, I've played against Pyramid Head. I feel like that DC and Sonic comic is already better than the Suicide Squad game. Yeah, it is, because Flash is accurately depicted to be Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah. And the fact that you have Shadow the Hedgehog is Batman is so good. God. Oh, another character, because I wanted to talk more about guests in Mortal Kombat. And someone else, and when I spoke to some other people, this dude deserves to be in Mortal Kombat so badly. This dude deserves every bad pun I've made ranked. Dude, that would take way too long. That would take way too long. What are the games you're never going to play? There are a lot that I actually am going to play. The problem is I focus a lot of time on like the content on the channel here, so I do a lot of Mortal Kombat and fighting games, but I think live streaming is an opportunity to break into other stuff. What about Dead Rising bosses? Dude, I love Dead Rising. That is one of my favorite franchises of all time, and I was so happy that they had did that deluxe remaster, because I hope that they do more stuff like that. If you guys haven't played it, check it out. It's so good. Frank West, he's covered Wars, you know. That's a guy I'd love to cosplay from time to time. Yeah, I would love to cosplay him. He'd be great. I feel like I could get that down. I already do event photography for work, so it's very typecasted. It's very fitting. Honestly, Candyman would be a perfect mix of Devora and Draman, and he would work. Dude, Ben, you bring up Doom. I'm actually live streaming Doom when that comes out. No joke, I am live streaming that when it comes out. I am so hyped for this game. I am so hyped for this. Oh, he looks so good. Like, this game looks so awesome. And I know a lot of people were disappointed that, like, this game is primarily just, like, you don't get to run around, fly around like you could in Doom Eternal, and you run and gun in Doom 2016. In this one, it's like stand and fight. It's like, first off, it's a prequel. You do have to go back. And then secondly, it's like, yeah, it's because you have a shield, you have a mace, you're a literal tank. Dude, this game looks awesome. And I don't know how this guy didn't make it into Mortal Kombat, honestly. It honestly could be, most likely it is a rights thing. Like, you find out that Doom and Halo were supposed to be in that secret level TV show, and then Microsoft didn't want to relinquish control to another team, which is dumb because you've had Master Chief and Doomslayer show up in Fortnite. You can literally have Doomslayer do the Gangnam Style dance and the that I like that dance from that. Yes, and of course my two things I jump to are K-pop. But like the fact that Doomslayer is like the big bad guy when it comes to FPSs. He is like the FPS king. So it's like, dude, why isn't he in? And also, like in Doom 2016, you get killed brutally. Like the Revenant jumps on you and rips your arms off and beats you with your own arms. The Baron of Hell steps on your chest and rips you in half and beats you up. Like, dude's been mutilated. He mutilates people. Just put him in the game. And if you want to say like, oh, well, he's an FPS character, it wouldn't work. My brother, I have an answer of who's done an FPS character super well in a fighting game. Boom. Arbiter from Killer Instinct. This dude is like the perfect example of like putting an FPS character into a fighting game. They really need to do something like this again. They need to take notes from this. Literally just give him like the super shotgun with like the hook at the end, and that's what he uses for strings, and he can do like punch and shoot them away, and that's like his 3-string. And then he can like do like the meat hook for like, it could function as like Batman's grapple hook from Injustice. That'd be like, yeah, that would be awesome. And then his like fatal blow could see him using the BFG. Like you've got opportunities. Yeah, Steve from Minecraft is also a first-person character that they put in Smash Brothers. Platform fighters are different though. A shield saw and a gun using skull pieces as bullets is brilliant. Dude, it's just metal as hell. I love it. I'm so in love. Fun fact, I got my brother actually Doom on vinyl as a Christmas gift one year. And then I came over and visited at his house, and he had it playing, and it has a pentagram on it. So if you had no idea it was a Doom soundtrack, you would be so confused. Like, what is this? But no, it was really cool. Yeah. What about Akuma in Mortal Kombat? I think he'd be fine. I don't recall ever seeing him get ripped apart in like anything. The only thing I remember is that he got like consumed by Nikali and he like punched his way out of him. That's about it. But I don't really recall like anything brutal happening to him other than like getting punched and maybe spitting up blood, but that's about it. Capcom's also very lenient when it comes to like violence in like their characters, which is why like Mortal Kombat cross Street Fighter will never happen. But it was cool that the director of Street Fighter 6 is like, dude, I'd love to see Sub-Zero in Street Fighter 6. So would I. So would I. Also, I didn't want to ignore it. I saw it. WWE 2K25 just got announced, and you know what that means. The annual MK Royal Rumble is coming back. I'll be there. I'll be there. Hear me out, Bowser from the Super Mario in Mortal Kombat 1 Switch version only. Yeah, if it's gonna be the Dennis Hopper one from the Mario movie from like the 90s, then yeah, I'm on board. I prefer Street Fighter characters going up against Virtual Fighter characters. Yeah, that'd work. I'd like to have Akira fight Ryu. That'd be fun. The weird ninja dude, have him go up against like Vega or even like Ibuki. That'd be cool. Kazi has died and come back. Yeah, he's died. Wait, did he come back in the DLC? Because I haven't played the DLC story yet. I have no idea. But I haven't played the Tekken story in a while, but I really want to, though. Yeah, and Jackie versus Ken. Yeah, that's another one. And then it would be really cool if they did like Virtual Fighters in Tekken, because Virtual Fighter was like the 3D fighter, and then Tekken came around, and then Tekken was like, this is how you do it. And then we add Clive into our game, and then we add Negan from The Walking Dead, and we also have a manga dinosaur character in our games. Have you ever thought about ranking guest characters in the Soul Calibur series? Yes. I actually wanted to do until Tekken 8 came out, I wanted to do ranking the Bandai Namco guest characters. But I think I could just do it on Soul Calibur alone first, but I might just fuse them into 2, but I'm kind of waiting to find out what we have going on for Season 2, because I don't want that video to become outdated immediately. But I would like to do something like that eventually. Johnny Knoxville for MK, he is certainly familiar with getting hurt. Dude, he's retired. If you were still active, definitely. And all of his x-rays would involve doing like nut shots to the opponent. Yeah, that would be him. Putting aside the fact that a fan game exists, how would you say, how cool would you say it would be if a official Sega x Capcom game comes to fruition? I would love that. Because then it would open the floodgates for like Virtua Fighter versus Street Fighter. Then you have, like you have Bayonetta versus Darkstalkers. Like you'd have Morrigan go up against like Bayonetta, and then you could have like Sonic go up against Mega Man. There's a lot of stuff you can do in there. What MK characters do you think could fit in Dead by Daylight, Killer or Survivor? I actually wanted to do like a guest character wish list back when I was in college when MK 11 was still coming out, but I think for like, because it's Poster Boy, Trapper, but I think now that the game has evolved with so many characters, he'd be kind of bland. But he would be cool as like a trapping set character. Would be cool. Oh, Dante versus Bayonetta. Sorry, yeah, that would be better. That'd be a better fit. But yeah, and then other Dead by Daylight characters. I guess the Oni would be awesome. To have him go up against like another sword user, and he somehow has a connection with like Kenshi or something like that. Who else? Yeah, I wonder who else would really be like a big Dead by Daylight character who could cross over into Mortal Kombat. If anything, right now, I think it's only gonna be like, who is it? At this point, I feel like the only one that fits is probably Oni. Oni is honestly one of the coolest characters in the whole game. I don't play him. I just think art-wise, he looks awesome. So he would stand out really cool. Huntress. I do main Huntress in that game. Strider Hiryu and Joe Musashi. Yeah, from the Strider games, which are very awesome. I played the original one of my grandma's Sega Genesis when I was a kid. And Shinobi Joe, that's who it is, right? Yeah. That'd be great. Yeah, no, I think honestly it would just be Oni that would be like the one that would fit best. Praying that Mortal Kombat 1 will have improved graphics for the Switch 2. Yeah, I mean, if it's already going to be as strong as like a PlayStation 4 Pro is what some data is saying, I do think that it would be nice if it did do that, like if it at least looked that good. Because honestly, I know Switch for the longest, and Nintendo for the longest time is like, it doesn't matter if how the graphics look as long as the game is fun. But the problem is with a lot of Switch hardware is that because, and I don't want this to come off sounding the wrong way, and I own a Switch. I own a Switch, but I know Nintendo has always been like the gimmicky console in my end, or at least the gimmicky part of the industry, but not in a bad way. Because you have like the fact that you have the Wii that revolutionized motion controls, and then you have PlayStation trying to do the PlayStation Move and Xbox to Connect. So they shaped the industry there. And then you have the Wii U, which was, okay, it was like the pre-Switch. And then Switch is like a hybrid console, but the problem is you have to port down a lot of stuff to it just to make it work if it goes in the hybrid mode. And then that led to something like the Steam Deck coming out, and you have the PlayStation upgraded portable thing, and then you have now it's because of that court document stuff, Microsoft is doing a hybrid console. So at that point, now that you find out that like the Switch 2 is going to be a stronger console, I do think that it is a smart thing that they are trying to realize like, hey, when we like tone down our graphics and stuff like that, it is actually causing a problem where like we can't support certain engines to games, and like porting down to Switch is like a problem. So like it's cool like if you only have a Switch and you're like, oh cool, I can play Mortal Kombat, or oh cool, I can play this game, I can play this other thing on it. I think that's cool. Like Switch is awesome if you are a all Switch, play first party games on Switch. Power to you, it's awesome. If you're gonna play multi-platform and if you have multiple consoles like myself and my partner Rain, you might as well just get indie games on Switch because they're not going to perform as well. They're going to perform very well on Switch because that's what Nintendo revolutionized during the Wii U era, is just indie support. And then you have the fact that a lot of the games get dialed down. So unless you're going on like a long road trip or like a vacation, it'd be cool to have like a Switch version of a game. But like, if you're going to play Mortal Kombat 1 on Switch, and if you have an Xbox or a PC or PlayStation and you have a Switch, it's almost like the Switch, because of how inferior it is, it's almost like why even like get both? It doesn't even really matter that much. I'm looking back at the questions again. What YouTubers are on your wish list to collaborate with? Well, after just working with History Behind the Warrior, which was such like I cut it from the full script, but I said fangasm, but I didn't want to like make the chat all dirty again, like that happened with the Conan live stream. But I have been in talks with Kenny Baum, so something is going on there. Some seeds were planted there. I have been going to a few events, like going to Grand Finals Gaming's events, and I've been commentating. I don't know if you saw this. I have to find the picture of it. It's on my Instagram. So I'm going to close this real quick because I don't want you guys to look at my login information. But let's get at it. It was a fun time. I was commentating, and I still do it from time to time. You have this fun picture of me and Meta. We were commentating Sonic Adventure 2 in Isshokon in Ypsilanti, Michigan. We were playing it, and we ended up just doing some fun commentating for it. Yeah, so commentating is just a lot of fun. I like doing it. But yeah, Meta, I have collaborated with him in the past, so I'd love to do something with him there. Kenny Baum, I've already talked to him about collaborating down the line. But funny enough, I guess I can talk about this because we've been kind of chatting a bit online, but I've talked to Lynx, who's actually creating a statue of Sub-Zero. She recently did a kick-ass... I shared it on Twitter recently. Here it is. Yeah. She made this. Her name is Lynx. She made a Floyd statue. So she ended up reaching out, and when I followed her, she was like, yeah, I'll just do like a print of, or I'll do a 3D print of a character for you. Would you like me to do one for you as well? So yeah, so we ended up just talking about it, and she was like, yeah, if you want to like do a specific character, I'm already doing one for Dynasty. Do you want me to do one for you too? So long story short, I am going to be having a oh, here she is. Check her out while you can. She's pretty cool. I really undermine saying that. No, she's really cool. We've chatted a bit offline, but yeah, she does a lot of She does a lot of these like prints. Like she made a really cool looking Melina, and she paints them herself. So yeah, she's making a statue right now. She's making that Floyd one that she made for Dynasty. She's making another Sub-Zero one for him. So I guess I'll do like a fun collaboration with her of just like, hey, here's this cool statue that she made. Invite her on the video for something. Probably like the topic of discussion. So that's another one. But other YouTubers, Dynasty, I definitely do want to try and see what I can do. I watched him a lot in the MKX hype days, Injustice hype days, Injustice 2 hype days, MK11. And then I just got really busy with content creation. I stopped watching a lot of people. But I don't know, I think it'd be kind of fun to kind of just connect with the people I watched a lot of. Those are always the people on the top of my list, are definitely people that I connected with, or at least just became friends with in the industry. Like, I'd like to do another video with you, Oddity, because you're really fun to work with, especially for Noob Saibot costumes. And I'd like to do something with you again too. I'm not discrediting you at all. Like, I'm not forgetting about you at all. You were awesome to work with. Max in the future, that would be a dream of mine. That's just gonna be really hard to do. He's busy. He's got his friends. He's got Yo Video Games. Yeah, he would be fun to talk to. I idolized the dude. He inspired a lot of my channel. Same with Sean Chandler talks about. Yeah, those guys I owe a lot. They really taught me how to just love fighting games, love content creation, and that's why I'm happy I have you guys. What kind of music do I listen to? Pretty much everything that's not country music. I went to a country music festival in 2023, and that was interesting because I don't listen to country. I didn't know any of the musicians there, and it was like, all right, vibes. That was something. And then I ended up going to this county fair in like a rural area of Michigan where Young Gravy and Baby No Money performed. And then that just kind of got me in the gateway of those guys. Funny enough, the music I really listen to, and it's really sad when you look at my Spotify Wrapped, it's primarily video game music because I listen to it when I run, and I only listen to music when I run a lot. So, like, what was it? Rude and Reckless from Tekken 8, which, if you want to know what song that is I'm gonna switch songs. This has been playing for a while. Yeah, so yeah, this song, you know it. This is an ad. This is an advertisement. I hope you guys liked it. Anyway, that was my most played song of 2024 on my Spotify. So that was a little embarrassing when I saw the data. I was like, yeah, I couldn't believe it either. Yeah, I'll play that. Why not? I see your other request there. Wait, is this exactly what I think it is? No, I was way off. Never liked Regenton. Funny coming from a Puerto Rican. I'm not familiar with that. Yeah, this song is so peaceful. I love it. Now you get to get a glimpse of what my YouTube recommended is. It is all over the place. Jeez. The more I look at it, I'm like, oh my god, what is this? But no, I would definitely like to do more live streaming with you guys, honestly. Oh, hang on, real quick. If you guys want to hear the most unhinged, random song that could play, it is... I don't want to look at the pressing news. Here we go. It's Doom. Tekken 8 has some good music. Dude, it's fire. This song just comes storming right in. It blasts right in as soon as... It's so funny, but it's so bad. It's like bad music. I did have a fun video. I wanted to get a group of YouTubers together, and I was inspired by Wallace Prower, another YouTuber I really like that's in the Sonic community. And let me know what you think about it. I wanted to do a bracket, invite a group of friends around. I wanted to do oh no dude, you tweeted something sarcastic about Cole Young and he responded thinking you were serious. Dude, no. Oh my god, that has the same energy when Justin Wong met Kari Hiroyuki Tagawa at an event, and Kari Hiroyuki Tagawa, who you don't know, if you don't know, he's Shang Tsung, he's movie Shang Tsung, he just is Shang Tsung, and he just said to him like, so how am I in the game? And Justin's just like, I don't think you're that good. And it turns out he was high tier and he just hadn't played the character yet. So Max was like, why did you lie to him? Like, why would you lie to him about that? Oh my god. Like, when I found out about that, that was so funny. Like, that's so mean, but it's so good. Oh man, my water's running out. This is just my YouTube algorithm's gonna be completely turning into like Sonic the Hedgehog music. I actually need to add this to my running playlist, actually. Oh my god, yeah, Ben, welcome to the real world, where he's beating up that kid. So good. Funny enough, Sonic the Hedgehog music is what I run to. It just makes me want to go fast. Sup Target. Montage music. This makes me want to. I'm when I run around my town and I'm getting ready. Like, I always run like this when I'm listening to the Sonic music. Arms out, and I just like go like 100 chili dogs per second. That's how fast I go. I want to do more fun videos with you guys where you're like involved more. Like, I had an idea of like doing what's the worst Mortal Kombat like song bracket, what's the best character select screen music bracket, and you guys have to like vote between, you have to like convince me, like we put this poll together. I'd love to do stuff like that. That'd be fun. Just hearing all this music and like chatting with music with you guys just made me want to do something like this. That'd be a lot of fun. But no, I think that'd be great. Also, would you guys be open if I played some Marvel Rivals down the line? Maybe not tonight, because I need to get the entire setup put up down there. But I'd love to play some Rivals on stream. I think it'd be a lot of fun, just playing something like that with you guys. Also, I think I may update the layout a bit. So like below me, you're gonna see like the chat layout from then on. Just like, yeah, I think it'd be nice because I hope you guys like the new layout, like how it turned out. I just wanted to kind of make this look a little different. Yeah, Marvel Rivals is fun stuff. If you want to add me, go ahead. I will add my name in here, so if you guys want to play Rivals with me. Whoop, hang on. Ignore that, scratch that. Who is your favorite fighting game character by moveset? Jeez, that is too hard. I really don't know. That is too hard to answer. I guess I could just go by a few because that's how I like some of my characters. It's just what they can do. But Hwarong from Tekken. Hwarong from Tekken is definitely one of them. I also like just Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat X and 11. But no, I like them a lot. I need to play Rivals, but I made a commitment to Sonic X Shadow. Dude, Sonic X Shadow's so good. Shadow is like my favorite little edge boy. I actually want to get a little Shadow statue to put back here, just so it's just in the background for anything like that. I realize that there are no cats in here, and I'm kind of sad. I think they would have loved being in here, kind of sit down. I could like be like a evil supervillain, just turn around and like have one lay in here. Do something like that. Oh, I saw it earlier and I meant to talk about it. Capcom made an official statement regarding Street Fighter 6 DLC. And I think people were complaining about it. Yep, here it is. All right. Thank you so much for all the support in playing Street Fighter 6. The team is working hard on delivering new experiences, and we would like to inform you about some upcoming content plans. We've seen the requests from the community and would like to share that we have been working on new Fighting Ground character outfits since last year. However, please note it's difficult for us to release every character outfit all at once due to the amount of time it takes to develop them. We plan to begin releasing them gradually starting this summer. Regarding future fighting passes, we have been reassessing their contents and the frequency of their release, and we will be making changes starting in year 3, with a goal of increasing the amount of items within each fighting pass that can be used in the fighting ground. Rest assured, we will continue to put our best efforts into ongoing development and service operations for Street Fighter 6. Thank you so much for your continuous support. Sincerely, the Street Fighter 6 development team. Yeah. So, yeah, Luke with a propeller hat, please. Yeah, thank you, Lucas. But yeah, no, so they're finally addressing that they're going to do new stuff. But I know a lot of people were a little, just... I don't know what you guys think of this, and I think this is what is killing a lot of the hype with Street Fighter, honestly. They're focusing way too much on, like, character stuff for, like, your avatar. And I know a lot, and this is like something I want to talk about in like a future video down the line, but people were complaining about like the $15 Ninja Turtle costumes for Street Fighter. People were complaining about the amount of monetization things in Mortal Kombat 1. And then Tekken 8 does the same thing. Like, the fighting game industry is just getting pretty greedy lately. And the fact that they're addressing that, they're adding more stuff for the fighting ground and for your avatars, and even addressing that, like, hey, it's going to take a while for each character. I mean, I think that's like an effort to at least like talk about it. Yeah, they do need to lower the character costs, like for the character, like for the costumes. Like, that's a bit much. Yeah, it's just too much, honestly. Yeah, no. Street Fighter 6, funny enough, I'm going to say this now because I've been talking about it for some time. There are kids in here. Uh, guys, just be adults and look into her eyes. I am actually looking forward to playing as Mai when she comes out. I know that's someone that Rain and I are looking forward to playing. I never liked the avatar mechanics. It just didn't work. It didn't work on Sonic Forces, and it sure isn't working in Street Fighter 6. Yeah, I feel like Avatar stuff or like create a character was always a bit cooler, like in concept. It was cool that they were bringing it back in Street Fighter 6, especially in a big budget game. But the fact that it just didn't work in like Mortal Kombat Armageddon, it was cool. Soul Calibur, like it's limited because you just have to use the soul of somebody. Like you can't make it all like your character, like your own OC do not steal or something like that. But like yeah, like it's cool that like they're bringing stuff like that back, but like it doesn't feel the same. Like I feel Street Fighter 6, they tried it. It was fun. Like I have him play like Luke, but he's able to do some Ken stuff and even some Chun-Li stuff. I'd love to see him do like some Juri kicks. Yeah, my eyes are pretty. Thank you for looking up. Yeah, no. And I saw that Ben Walker talked about it. Yeah, I am looking forward to Fatal Fury. I haven't played a lot of King of Fighters. I know I just got a fight stick, so I think that'll make it a little bit more fun and easier playing games like that. Thanks for hanging around, Four Musketeers. It meant a bunch. Enjoy your night. Sleep well. But yeah, no. I do really want to play Fatal Fury and just kind of do a retrospective with King of Fighters to kind of learn it a little bit more and do a video talking about like the supers leading up to City of the Wolves, all supers ranked. So I think that'd be a lot of fun to do. Something like that. Bro, okay. Something I've noticed about and this is really funny that Capcom's doing this, all of their posts are like, she can teach you, but she'd have to charge, which is like a reference like my milkshakes bring all the boys to the yard and whatnot. Like, bro, they know their audience. They know their audience, and they know what appeal she has. They know that she has very large eyes that are just very expressive. Yeah. Like, that's just something I notice. Like, it's just hard to look away from her very pretty eyes. But no, in all seriousness, I am going to be doing, I am actually looking forward to Fatal Fury. I would like to stream more fighting games with you guys and do more of those, like, we'll just play games together, open lobbies, like, hey, come on in, and then I'll just do, like, the King of the Hill modes, or, like, a room lobby, and I'll, like, commentate the match as we go, and then I'll, like, hop in, play with you guys, because I want to start streaming more. It's a lot of fun playing games with you guys. Honestly, you guys are like the best, and it feels like whenever I try to do something new, a lot of you guys are are pretty receptive with it, and it means a bunch. I cannot thank you guys enough. I am so happy that I can just kind of hang out and do stuff like this. Let's hope WB's taking notes. Yeah, this means that they'll bring back MK9 Melina. I know they are kind of straying away from stuff like that. And from what I hear, like a lot of the times, like a lot of people hate developing characters like that. But I know like in like the East, like in Korea and Japan, like for an example, like Stellar Blade, they like just didn't care. It was like, all right, whatever. We have very expressive, large eyes and physics. Just to kind of do all of that. I run into this a lot too.
I am the bride of the Shiranui.
I'm going to look at this real quick because I know they have the open beta coming up and I do want to live stream that. So I'm going to look and see when that it is. Whoops, I did not mean to go back. I swear I did not mean to do that again. I need to stop using the pad. Oh my goodness, I forgot. I forgot. I have to look at this real quick because I have a video coming out where I'm talking about weird guest characters, like in fighting games. Please tell me like any weird guest characters you can think of because I already have a list put in my script, but I want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Like as of right now, it's actually I want to see what's on the pre-order thing right now because I am gonna try and pre-order a physical copy. Oh, pre-order bonus. Okay, so it's early access and classic Terry. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Dude, Planet Wisp goes so hard. So does what's the other one? Undefeatable, Find Your Flame. Those songs are so good. You know, I'd love to play this on stream with you guys. I guess I can give you, for sticking around this long, I guess I'll give you like a content update of what I'm planning on doing in terms of some videos. I am doing Fatal Fury Supers Ranked later this year. I want to do King of Fighters 15 Supers Ranked, Samurai Showdown Supers Ranked, a Doom live stream with the maybe play it with my brother because he's the biggest Doom fan I know. That'd be a lot of fun to do something with him. Monster Hunter Worlds, that's another one, or Wilds. This is something that my partner and I are super excited about playing. We are gonna try and cross stream this together so we can play this together. Open beta best 2 will be held. I am going to be playing this. Hopefully I can live stream it so you guys can play it and check it out with me. Because that'd be super fun. Honestly, Monster Hunter are games that I was surprised that I got into it because of Worlds. And, or Monster Hunter World. And I thought it was awesome. Unfortunately, I just didn't have a lot of friends to play with. But yeah, I already talked to a few YouTube friends. I want to play with Rain, Nickfamous, and I even talked to Jesse or Liz at one point. So hopefully they can all follow through. But yeah, I'd love to check that out and do this as well too. So be ready for some Monster Hunter on the channel too. This is something that'll be coming way down the line. But yeah, as you have an Xbox, you should be fine. Yeah, I have this. Yeah, no. I mean, I do eventually want to upgrade to a PC eventually, just because just make doing all of this stream stuff so much easier down the line. And just having a PC set up and then just put my console up here so I can just do some streaming makes it a bit easier. Yeah, Monster Hunter, that, Doom, if they do another Mortal Kombat related thing. Also, MKX comes out, and MKX is turning 10 years old this year. So I'm going to do a fun video about that, just stuff I want to do for the anniversary of probably the best Mortal Kombat game, one of the best Mortal Kombat games. And yeah, just that would be a fun thing I want to do too. Oh my god, the wind is really picking up where I'm at right now. Yeah, it's pretty rough here right now. Oh geez, this oh yeah, the graphics card debacle. Yeah, that's going pretty bad lately. We need to get some shadow representation in here, honestly. What did everyone think of that Sonic movie, by the way? I thought it was so good. Ah, yeah. Love it. Play it, Johnson & Johnson.
Well, this didn't come in the CFO handbook. We're growing fast, and I'm trying to keep a pulse on the business.
Oh my god. You know what? I am going to go back to that. Oh my god. I want to go back to the MKX launch trailer. Dude. Not launch trailer. Bro, no joke. I remember where I was. I remember. Oh, I hope. Hopefully, this is not gonna get me DMCA'd because it's Wiz Khalifa. Dude, I remember seeing this when I was like finishing up my sophomore year of high school, and this looked so good. I remember my friends were like, "Dude, did you see the trailer?" Because they knew I was huge into Mortal Kombat. But like, dude, this was like so hype back in the day. If you were literally friends with me in high school at this time, I am so sorry because I did not shut up about this at all. This literally hyped me up so much. Just looking back at this, and I kind of want to do like a big retrospective of like the hype of the game, how impactful it was in the FGC, stuff like that. This game was so awesome back in the day, and like looking back at it, I remember when MK11 came out. I need to stop here because I know this is like going to cause some violent stuff that's going to like cause a problem with the stream, but just the fact that like I feel like there hasn't been a game that's been a modern Mortal Kombat game that has been as loved when it came out since like MKX. Like MK11 came out, there was already like some discourse in the fan base, and I knew a lot of people were like jumping back to Mortal Kombat X when 11 came out. And like this was like the last time that like I think the combat was super fun, and I think MK11 took a big step back because it felt so limited. It felt like you could do anything. It was so good. I really want to do like a big retrospective on this. Alright, I've been talking for so long. I have been talking for how long now? How long have I been going for? Like 2 hours now. I am going to say, because I think as I mentioned earlier, I'm not going to have the stream going because I'll have to bring all of this downstairs for my stream. Eventually I have to just bring this upstairs. But what I want to do is I do want to because you guys are all here, let me get something real quick. I am cordially inviting you all to something special. You are all being cordially invited to my Discord. All of you are. So let me get this over to you guys. I need to learn how to do this on the desktop version because I am not good at all of this yet. User settings. No, that's not it. I don't know what I'm doing. Um, invite people. Here we go. Whoops, I don't know why that didn't work. I am so sorry. I do need to try the Tokyo level in the actual Sonic X Shadow Generations crossover. I need to play that. I need to play that. Let me invite again. Let me try it again. I'm sorry for the delay there. I don't know why I can't send this over on here. I don't know why this isn't working. So yeah, I'm sorry. I'll have to try and figure something out there. That didn't work at all. That's disappointing. But anyways, be on the lookout. I will send a Discord link if you guys want to join it. I'd love for you guys to be part of the discussion. You can see anything when it goes live. But no, I'd love to do more stuff with you guys as I start streaming more. Yeah, I think that's about gonna wrap it up at this point. But I do see someone say it. MKX does have some of the best fatalities because guess what? I'm gonna start doing Mortal Kombat 9 fatalities ranked, X, 11, and then 1 all over again because I don't know, feels like the characters are wrapping up. But yeah, stay tuned for that. Yeah, I just want to say seriously, I'm trying to get used to streaming more. I'll try and do like a actual streaming schedule soon. I'm just super busy a lot of the time. I would like to join your Discord. Feather Guardian, you will get a formal invitation. But yeah, so be ready for a social media graphic and announcement to come on the YouTube community tab where I'm going to talk about the upcoming projects that are coming out this month, other stuff I have working on. But yeah, a lot of stuff regarding Mortal Kombat finishers ranked, fun stuff with me and Rain because we love doing content together and we love for you to be a part of it and watch it. But yeah, just thank you so much for your continuous support, guys. If you enjoy it, please consider dropping a like, subscribing, and sharing for a lot more. As I mentioned, we're trying to get to 50,000 subscribers. That is the big goal for hopefully half of this year. That's like the first half of this year. I do want to get there. I'm trying to experiment with more stuff and get some more content out there. But no, I wanted to like leave live streams for more of like news discussions, just stuff to talk about, just chatting. Hopefully some gameplay stuff where we can play together too. But this is just one of those cases where it started with just, oh, MultiVersus is shutting down. Let's talk about it. And then just future of the channel. But yeah. So you guys are the best. Thank you all. I appreciate you all. And that's about it.